It's your boy Namar here, back at another video. I'm here to bring y'all what if female Naruto was a prodigy and OP part 1, I guess. I hope I can make this one a little different than the other one that I normally did. But I guess to start it off, basically Narmi, and this one is what I might call her. Actually, no, I'm just gonna stick with Naruto. It's a lot easier to remember for me. Um, she's very guarded around certain people. Like she doesn't normally trust others, and like in life, for the most of it, she mainly just tries to work on like protecting those that she's like again around more of the time. Um, let's see what else I want to do with her. Well, I will say that well, I will say that again, she's she's again like the third Okage. Yes, has been there, but like he hasn't really done anything to like I guess you can say protect her for real. Like he's been there. Like he didn't give her scroll. Like he gave her a house, of course. Like other than that, he didn't really give her anything. That she has always been trying to fight through the mud to get whatever she has now. Um, Not only that, but like she has self taught herself everything, and not only that, but she finds out from her own, doing her own little research that she actually has multiple bloodlines. As one, she has the Mokuton. Two, she has the Origins release, which again is like I guess you could say the creation of all things bloodline, which basically like lets them generate like I guess you could say chakra like manifestations. Not only that, but also what's it called? Not only chakra manifestations, but fuck. I'm sorry, I forgot the name of it. Or I guess you could say like they can change their chakra to look a certain way, like how like, cause had the chakra change, yeah, shit like that. Um, so yeah. Um, I'm gonna say also she has the swift release, which is basically just like for speed attacks, and like the faster you go, the more friction burns you can put on someone. I guess you can say. So yeah, she will have that as well. Um, I'm also gonna say that like she has the what's it called? Um, I wanna say that she also has the I'm trying to remember if I can names this shit right now. Well, I'm gonna give her the lava release. I'm gonna give her ice release. I'm gonna give her metal release, and metal release basically lets her make chakra metal. So yeah, and it doesn't really affect her blood or anything. All it does is just makes regular chakra metal that she can use to make weapons, which is also another thing is that she's at a early age is also gonna learn about the Uzumaki clan, and how does she learns about them? Well, that is actually fairly simple. The reason why she even learns about them though is because like it's mainly because like one day she was just researching shit and boom she found out about them. I'm not gonna make this too difficult to like she was researching everything about every clan around the world. make it light. Again, she was a very curious child, which is again why she's self-taught, and she taught herself how to make houses and stuff. Now, why would she do that? Well, that's also simple in itself. Actually, I did that because, like, again, I want her to be self-taught. Everything, like, don't need any help from any of that shit by anyone. Like, she can get again everything out the mud by herself. She don't need no help. Like, she's fairly strong. Again, she taught herself how to blacksmith. She taught herself how to build her own apartment and stuff. After learning the shadow clones at a young age, she has stolen forbidden scroll ceilings, as that's also what prompted her to learn more of her Uzumaki heritage. As I'm gonna say Mito Uzumaki in, because she never had left stuff in the forbidden scroll ceiling for a Uzumaki clan member the next time they or if they ever were to get their hands on the scroll ceiling. As it was actually a reward for them to be able to take something that should be guarded so heavily, especially during Kushina time, because when Minato was around, he always had Ombu guards on there. So if her children or anyone that's worthy was to ever take it, that is a Uzumaki, they will be able to get into this. They'll be able to get straight into where they the scrolls and stuff. So yeah. So yeah. Now I'm gonna say there is still dangerous techniques that, like, again, no child should know in there, like the Edo Tensei and shit like that. But I'm gonna say she actually is gonna learn how to do all those juices. That she basically learns everything from there, but she won't use them unless she knows she needs to use them. She's very responsible with the juices and stuff, due to again her understanding that, like, most of these juices were put in here to to help protect the village. And if you don't have the right chakra control, or not only that, but if you don't have the right, I'm gonna say mental fortitude for this, you can actually, damage not only yourself but those around you. As again, she wants to protect the village. It has been a dream of hers to be the first female Hokage, but she also realized that, like, the likelihood of her becoming the first female Hokage isn't really possible, because what happened if they need to let another Hokage? It'll most likely either be Jiraiya or Tsunade, as they're the only ones in the village that, like, strong enough to become it. So yeah. So 5-year-old Narika was in the library, and she's a very curious child, as she was wondering about a lot of different things. Who are the main clans of Konoha? What are their specialties? What all abilities do they bring into the village? As when she was doing this, she will find out about the Uzumaki clan. As this is where she will actually be very customized, because her name was also the Uzumaki. So, does that mean that she has a resemblance to this clan? What is it that they have in common? As that's when she very quickly realized that, like, she has a lot in common with them. As they have the same last name, same hair color, and she believes heavily in family, as after all, she doesn't even have her own. Now you might be asking, why does she not have her own? Well, that is simple. She's an orphan. From what she gained from the third Hokage, who some reason has taken a heavy interest in her, that her family has died during the Kyuubi's attack. As she has always asked that question of who was her parents for the third Hokage to be so interested in her. As it didn't make sense for the third Hokage to be interested in some normal child for no apparent reason, other than the fact that he probably knows who my parents are. And she starts to question that. As she realized that there is a what's it called? There is a vault of archives that she could go and dive through to find out the truth answers of why the third Hokage is taking an interest into her. As that's something she plans to do. As this is when she would then again look up stuff about the Fofo Kage and his family, as he has found someone named Kushina Uzumaki. As this is when I'm gonna say also she would have known the hinge. As the reason why she knows the hinge is because she taught herself it to basically get better deals from the store clerks and stuff. So she can, be able to eat and stuff much more peacefully. So yeah. That has been what she's been doing recently. As she would have hinged into like a rat, scuttered all the way through, and got to the archives. And she then says, this defenses are pretty terrible, if I must say myself. For me to be able to sneak in through here and get this so quickly, without them even knowing until the last second, is kind of crazy in itself. So yeah. That's when she would basically just like, you know, went through and found out that she is in fact the daughter of the Fofokage and Kushina Uzumaki. And she would start to wonder, why would the third Hokage lie to me? They say that he doesn't know my parents. And she would then start to think on it and be like, well, my father did have a lot of enemies in Iowa. I am young, so it's very easy to see that he doesn't trust me with this information. It makes sense. He doesn't trust me. I can't fault him. I would do the same, honestly. But again, I guess the one thing he should know is I hate liars more than anything else. I mean, after all, he's been around me for so long, and after what I have been through, mm, oh well. I guess I have to show him personally that I am strong enough to know who my parents are, and that no one else should know this information besides for me. And if I didn't know, then it would have been best for him to tell me personally. Because what if an enemy ninja was to tell me and I didn't believe them? Or not only that, but this could have, if another person of power wanted this information, I would have been fucked. As like, this would go down as, as Hiruzen, he's actually quite honestly worried about Narmi. As he thinks, I wonder where she's at. I haven't seen her today. Normally she comes by to check on me. By the way, as she gathers the documents and stuff, she would actually leave. As as Hiruzen, he would kind of be like, wondering exactly what is she doing for the day, and he will ask his secretary to cancel every plans on his schedule. It's just everybody there's like wondering again what is the Hokage up to, since he kind of just canceled every last one of his plans for the day. Um. Now this kind of this kind of makes like the paperwork and stuff like that of his pile up, but he doesn't really care as he's gone to look for an army. As she's back in the library. Not only that, but she also took like directions and shit to like her father's house as again she wants to know where everything is. Now why is that? Well, that is simply easy to figure out. She wants to be able to go and get their father's scrolls and stuff because again he holds like knowledge and shit that she can use to possibility get stronger if she just go and get the information. So that's exactly what happened. She will leave to go get the information. Um, I'm gonna say Horizon doesn't really say anything about it because like, what is he gonna say? He'll see that she's back in the library, and he didn't know if she ever left the library or not. As like she has also went up to the counter as it is a shinobi who knows about stealing and shit, so she's not gonna get any flack from him. And she then asks, "May I please take out this book?" As the shinobi would nod his head and says, "Yes, you may." Uh, and I'm not gonna say not only did she do that, but she has taken books on scrolls and stuff. As like she has, just basically just been doing stuff to better herself, really. Um, it's like the shinobi there respects her and understands that like she didn't choose for this life. She didn't choose to become the Jinjuriki of the Nine Tails. She didn't choose any of that, which is why that shinobi shows her so much respect because she's actually pushing through with her life and actually working on becoming better. And she's not letting the hate of these villagers get her down. As again, he shows mad respect to that. Um, so yeah. Now Hiruzen, he kind of just like I'm gonna say Hiruzen. He really just now is watching her, see where she's gonna go next. As he will see that she will head to her apartment. She has also checked out books on how to improve your calligraphy, books on like how to improve, your emotional state by like meditating, books on how to like um basically books on like how do you what's it called? Fuck. I forgot what it's called, guys. But yeah, books on like how to like beginner and intermediate and all that stuff for like become a blacksmith and shit like that. Basically, like she's just learning all types of shit. Um, um, mm, mm, mm. I guess I can. Fuck. Alright. So yeah, she also take books on like how to throw a kunai, how to do bases on kenjutsu, just basically scrolls and stuff like that. It's she also took books on like how to do chalk control, like basically like starting with the leaf sticking, pebble sticking, and stick sticking, and then she also took the intermediate, which is water walking and tree walking, and then she took the hardcore, which is kunai spinning, and waterfall walking, and she has taken books and stuff like that. Um, she took books on how to create ninjutsu as well. As she would learn all this. She would first read the books, like the basis on like how to do to improve her what's it called, her handwriting. So yeah, she would basically work on improving her handwriting. As after that, she would actually go and you know She would, actually hint into like a bird kind of ish. Now, why would she do this? Well, it's actually fairly simple. She just decided to hinge into a bird because she wants to be able to go and spy on like the academy students and see what they're learning. And she will learn that they're learning the substitution jutsu. So, she thought, why not learn it myself? So whenever I go into the academy, I have a head start, knowing that I probably get treated fairly unlike everybody else. So that's exactly what happens. She will go and get, just basically go ahead and learn how to do all this stuff a lot sooner. Um. So yeah. Um. She'll basically just like go ahead and go and just like right now she's just like what's it called? Right now she's kind of just like talking to the what's it called? I forgot what it is called. Oh yeah, no. Right now she's just watching and she will learn the substitution, and she wouldn't think, well, I should go take. I should go and hinge into a rat or something and go back into the Hokage Tower and see what I can take. It's her reason again. He did not go and check. He did not go and see her. Why? Because he sees that she was busy trying to improve herself. As again, this is a whole nother day. So yeah, she kind of just like she kind of like straight up just like said, "I'm going to vanish." It's like she's right now like now since she has the ability, she doesn't really she like again can go unnoticed. I'm not gonna say like this is like um good or anything. I'm gonna say like this is again due to like her upbringing, the reason why she's so easily able to go and hide. As again what she's been through, like you wouldn't see a normal child going through. As like majority of the time she has been beaten and stuff like that. So yeah. Um. So yeah. So yeah. Um. I'm gonna say like she has also been like straight up like she's been learning how to it's like she learned like how to hide her chakra signature as well. So yeah, so she basically goes as a rat. She will find a forbidden scroll ceiling, and she would take the scroll and she would do this. She would see the Uzumaki symbols, and she would basically unseal everything by putting her chakra inside of it. As when the scroll would show stuff that's inside bit scrolls, it's it automatically puts a tattoo on her shoulder. Now, why would it do that? Well, that's fairly simple in itself. If you think about it, you're dealing with Mito Uzumaki and Kushina Uzumaki, two very good seal masters who, by the way, we must be realistic here, could do something like that. Because Minato and Kushina were, I'm pretty sure, on the same level when it came to Senjutsu. Just Minato had the Flying Thunder God, and I'm pretty sure Kushina knew how to match him and the Flying Thunder God anyways. Because again, she like I feel like she would have helped them, as again she's a Uzumaki, so like she would have more on the sealing side than Minato would have anyways. Um, so yeah. So like to me, there's no way that she's not either closer or rival to Minato when it comes to sealing. I feel like she'll rival him very easily and like could easily overcome him. But that's just me personally though. Um, But yeah. Um. Also, like she she would basically take the scroll and and she would learn the jutsu. She would like basically learn the what's it called, the shadow clone jutsu, and she would master that very quickly due to again her huge chakra reserves and all that. As like as soon as she learns those jutsus and shit, she will she will like she will like use the shadow clone jutsu to write down all the other ones. It's like she will now have the what's it called, written down the shadow clone. She'll basically have the shadow clone written down. She'll have the what's it called? She'll have the shadow clone. Um, I'm trying to see what else I need her. Oh yeah, she learned the shadow clone. I'm gonna say she writes down the rest of the jutsu, like a bunch of dangerous jutsu. As also I'm gonna say like she finds out due from her Uzumaki clan heritage that she kind of gains the ability to what's it called? She basically gains the ability to she basically gains the ability just to like and can use I'm gonna say she basically gained the ability to just like use her other kin not kinjutsu but her bloodlines as, and she will basically put back the scroll and everything as hers and no one would notice. She would go back home as like she would basically take out the stuff that she got from the Uzumaki clan. It's like I'm gonna say Kushina knew what Mito put in, so like until you master Mito stuff, you can't move on. So yeah, that's exactly what happens. Kushina would do that, as this would actually push whoever took the stuff to learn Mito stuff first, as Kushina stuff is actually pretty advanced. Um, and it was not made for like someone that's not worthy enough to use yet. And you had to be up there in order to use it. Um, so yeah. Um, um, no, I will say like no, I will say that Kushina, um, I'm gonna say like again, Naruto actually, um, she will basically take whatever she has and she will learn it fairly quick. Cause she has a high IQ. Um, and like she kind of realized this at a young age that she has a higher IQ than normal people's, and like she's very proud of that. Um, So yeah, so yeah. Again, she will basically just like learn everything that she can from those scrolls as like um as like again I'm gonna say that like she I'm gonna say that again like Naruto, she kind of got most of her personality from her parent, her mother anyway. But she has her IQ from her father. Like she's good at bow work and stuff, and she has a photographic memory. Um, as again, um, when cruising in when you know cruising and all that with like no one would notice that she's this smart and stuff. As like she would also like I'm gonna say that she has also learned how to pickpocket as well. Now, why would I do that? Well, that's actually fairly simple in itself because I believe that if she has the ability to learn how to pickpocket, that would make her, easily able to like take stuff from people. And she has pickpocket a lot of wealthy civilians. As to why she would do this, well, again, she has been mistreated basically all her life, and like she needs the way to keep herself, be able to like pay off bills and stuff. As basically she will pay off. She will basically go up to a desk, and she will go as a hinge, and she will completely buy off the no. Actually, she's gonna put the person under a genjutsu. As she has learned this, as this is a basic genjutsu by Mito, as like this will basically allow her to like basically trick the person into like thinking that like okay, this is just a normal person coming to buy a building. And so yeah, like what happened, she would buy the building, and so yeah, she would basically just like buy the building all together. um so yeah, after she would buy the building, she would kind of just like um she would just like kind of renovate it herself, and she would make a like she would get the supplies and stuff. It's like she would get a whole bunch of shadow clones as they would hinge as well, as they would actually be changing out the building. As she has made it where she has her own little water source, as she has learned. Let's say she used her okay. I'm gonna time skip and say when she took everything she did use her shadow clones to like go off and like start what's it called um like she had them go off and like start what's it called, bro? Like go off and start like learning the chopping controls and like water things like that. Like the only reason why I told Brahma even became that good and water jutsu is because I'm gonna say Mito helped him out by giving him, pointers and direction, and that like she also has it for the Uzumaki. So Uzumaki has a good again they have like very good releases to like certain what's it called to like certain clans. Like their releases are probably better majority of the time. forgot what I was finna add, bro. Oh yeah. So yeah, she would basically make her own water supply that like it consistently and like all she needs to do is put her chakra into it. It automatically made water and stuff come into the little area. And she can change it. She put her own hot spring inside. She made her own little workshop for like whenever she does blacksmith. As again, she has learned also that like from her Uzumaki genes, she has a lot of bloodlines. As she has read a lot of Mito scrolls, as Mito also had all these bloodlines. Same with Kushina, as she basically learned how to use them all. Which I'm gonna say is another reason why Kushina was able to compete against Minato. Is due to her bloodline of Sotolis. As Sotolis basically can counter the Flying Raji. Um, um, what else I wanna add? Oh yeah, so yeah, she would basically like have a clones as they would work. It basically changed everything in like a day. That's how quick she learned how to do everything. And she also had clones hidden like hinge and just help with construction. As they have also gotten experience and knowledge. So like again, that's why I didn't take her that long to learn everything. And like her reason, excuse me. Her reason one day comes to check on her. As when he gets to the thing, he will see that it looks new. The apartment looks new for some reason. As he will see that it's not even an apartment no more. It's basically a huge mansion. As he will knock on the door. It's this when um Naruto comes and says, "Oh, hello. Hello, little dirt. How may I help you?" As Hiruzen says, "May I come in?" And she'll say, and she'll nod her head. As when Hiruzen comes in, he will see the inside. As it looks like a very modern house and everything. As Hiruzen then goes, "Naruto, where did you get all this stuff?" As this is where she will reply and says, "Oh, this, I kind of pay for it all, really." But yeah, um, okay, I'm trying to think what else. Sorry about that. So yeah, now, she basically like was explaining to him like, oh yeah, I used to do, babysitting and stuff like that. It's person realized like they did have fewer D range missions, due to like again probably her going underneath a hinge and stuff and doing chores and stuff for other people and earning money and stuff like that. Cause this was when her's gonna be like, well, yeah. And she then goes, well, low 30. I know I'm not a ninja, but can I do D rank missions for pay? I kinda need the extra cash. As this is when Harrison goes, yeah, that's fine. But how did you, like, I didn't even realize you were earning enough money to do this. When did you have time to get enough money to do this? And she then goes, I always had time, low 30. It's not that I didn't, it's the fact that I would, like, do jobs and stuff to, just see how everything will look, basically. As this was shot, her then, as he then goes and says, yes, you may do missions, but I must say that you probably might want to put up a hinge so people won't know it's you. And she says, oh, that's fine. They won't know it's me anyway. And Harrison goes, what do you mean? And she then goes, well, I always put up a hinge when I do stuff like this. Why, you may ask? Because, one, I don't want any backlash. It's troublesome, to say the least. This is when, the Naras would be sneezing and goes, someone just used our catchphrase, son of a bitch. So, yeah. But, yeah. Um, I'm gonna say that, Hiruzen, he, like, he says, do you mind if I inspect your entire house? It's this, and she goes, sure, go ahead. Got no problem with this. It's her reason. He goes, who did this? And she would then say, oh, I did. This is when the reason will go, how? And she then goes, oh, well, it's simple. I made shadow clones. This is when she then goes, also, Lord Third, why did you not tell me that I was part of a clan? And she then goes, and she then goes, yeah. But yeah, um, um, I'm also gonna say that right now that, you know, Nariko, she's like, um, my bad, guys. Hold on, give me 1 second. was I? Oh yeah. As Harrison will see that she's a very good at architect, because I'm gonna say she made everything herself. She carved in a bunch of stuff that normally wasn't there, and I'm gonna actually say that she did take down the like she put up a barrier and stuff where people wouldn't know that she actually brought down the house and rebuilt it all together, which is why again it looks so fancy. And due to her chocolate, I'm gonna say she has enough to make 1,000 clones right now. Also with her chocolate control being very up there. Um. So yeah. Now, Hiruzen, he would basically question like he would be like, "So Naruto, how did you get everything so perfect for yourself? How did you get all this without me knowing?" And she then goes, "Oh, I'm just learning stuff from again those in my key clan and all that. Not only that, but I got stuff from my fathers too, as well as like, I kind of got the scrolls and stuff he left for me." And she goes, "Yeah, you know?" And she goes, "Yeah." And Susan then looks down and goes, "So you hate me now that I didn't tell you?" And she then goes, "I see why you didn't, but you could have told me that I wasn't ready to know instead of lying to my face, which would have been better for you, honestly." I mean, it's not to say that we don't have a good relationship, because we do. But again, you could have told me the truth, which would have been easier for me to understand. Um, 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 trying to think what else I want to do. So yeah, I'm gonna say that like she again, she's like a very I'm gonna say like again she has like a very strong presence about her. And like hers and Kyugen go like, "So what all do you know?" She then goes, "Well, I know the shadow clones, I know the transformation, I know the um and I know the substitutions. I know I can't do regular clones. I have too much chocolate for that, oh man. So I won't even be able to become a genius. That's the case. So you might want to change the standards. I know the basic history already, and I also know like, you know, all about the clans." As reason and goes, I see. Well, what if I had you in once you get trained up and stuff, I can't put you with some of my own umbus and have you do missions with them. What you're doing goes, that's not a bad idea. I wouldn't mind. But again, what do I technically benefit from this? As reason then goes, you would benefit from the experience that you would get from taking on these type of missions. As these missions that I will be putting you on won't be for the faint of heart. Not gonna lie, you might get your first kill. As shooting goes, I understand. Also, I mastered water walking, but I'm having trouble with something else. As she, I mean, no, she says I mastered the water elements, and I also mastered all chakra control through to like water walking. As this is when Hiruzen goes, what? As he goes, yeah, I'm right now working on kunai hovering, but I have no kunais. I have a few clones building me some right now as we speak. As Harrison goes, take me to the forge, please. And like he will seize the kunais that she's making and see like they look to be very effective, very strong. She sees that she's also making throwing knives. As you know, Harrison's like, whoa, this is amazing, Narco. As he then goes, how much do I have to pay you to build weapons for, my umbus? As she then goes, not that much, honestly. I mean, I did have a clone go out of the village with like a seal that lets it have a lot of chakra to, you know, just basically make my just to learn. And like it gets chakra on its own. As Kirsten goes, you made a seal to replenish chakra. And she goes, yeah, it takes the nature's chakra and it basically makes it to regular chakra. As Kirsten's like, holy hell. She created something like that. She is very special indeed. As he then goes, that's my girl. As he always said it. And she will actually kind of blush and smiles and goes, thanks, military. As military goes, oh, I'm sorry. You see, as he then says, you see, I've seen your parents as my own children. And it will mean a lot for you to call me Gigi. As she was like, sure thing, yeah, I'll call you that. But you can't get mad if I only call you Gigi from now on. She wouldn't. This is when hers and goes, that is fine with me. I do not mind you calling me Gigi from now on, or that is what you prefer to call me for now. After all, I see you as my granddaughter. As this is when he would then says, how about this? If I'm available, I will train you. And she smiles at this and goes, I'll take that deal. But don't make my training that all that. As like your focus should be the village. If you have time to squeeze me in, then you have time to squeeze me in. If you want to have Umbus train me, that is fine as well. If you want to have a Chuden train me, that is fine. If you want to have a Ginning train me, that is fine. Hey, this is when Umbu will actually come out of the shadows. It's Narco news that the Umbus were there. This is when Nico, aka Yugo, will come out and goes, I would like to train the girl. She seemed like she would be a worthy student. Someone worth my time of actually training. As, who's just like, permission granted. As basically, Narco, she will smile because, Umbu has taken interest into her. A random civilian, technically. As, Nico will basically says, Narco, can you make yourself a sword? And she will nod her head and goes, okay, good. You will need a chocolate sword. Either you can make yourself a katana, a ninjado, a zenbado. Just basically, I don't know every sword name. But I'm gonna say Naruto will make multiple swords. And she will says, well, I plan on mastering how to use a sword, a katana. Like basically, I'll learn how to use a ninjado, a katana, and a zenpato. As the reason why I say this is because I'm going to make a weapon that can shift in between. As Hiruzen no will listen, as she would basically tell them how it will work. As they were shocked, something like this being made will be a game changer. As Hiruzen then goes, once you make it, let me see. I plan to also train you on how to use a bow staff. Because if you can change your weapons, then you will become very powerful in its own right. You will have strength like no other. As Hiruzen will smile at her and says, go now, my child. I will see you soon. So yeah, she'll go. As she will basically just go ahead and start like So yeah, um, Horizon, he just um, he kind of just like looks at her and goes, hmm, I see that you have, you know, he would just be like, I see that you have strength that not many would normally have. With like, or like not that no, he wouldn't say strength, but he would say I see that you have an imagination that not many would normally have, which is a good trait. As like he would basically says, I want you to sign the contract of the monkeys. As what Hiruzen doesn't know is that Naruto can hold multiple contracts. As as this was said, this is when she would go through hand signs. As she would basically sign the monkey contract, and as she would go to summon Monkey King Emma, this is when the kangaroo clan would just randomly appear. Not only that, but also the lion and also the phoenix and Thunderbird. As they will go, ah, you see, the last was a monkey. And even King Emma and the third of the Hokage, or the third Hokage, Horizon Saratobi of the Monkey Clan Summoner. Hmm. And not only that, Yugao of the Cat Summons. Well, this is unexpected, but that doesn't really matter. Naruto Uzumaki, Kaze, step forward, as she would do exactly that. This is when the question, this is when she would ask, uh, what are y'all doing here? I know that y'all the legendary summit of my clan, but normally y'all all are not in one area at the same time. This is when it goes, well, you see, you are our last summoner, technically speaking. Due to you being the only Uzumaki we know is alive, due to you put during the jutsu, after we realized that Kushina Uzumaki was dead. But we are here to tell you something that you might not know yourself. Is that we plan to let you have multiple summons. Up to, oh, well, we can't tell you. We will tell you when you have too many. Just know that part. And that's exactly what's gonna happen. They're gonna tell her when she has too many. As this is when Yugawa says, I want you to sign the cat summons. As basically she will get the tattoos of all of them, as they will then say this may hurt for a second. As all of them will basically, give her the tattoos to put on her arms. As she would have instantly passed the test, because they know if a lion, every clan knows, if a lion clan ever gives someone permission, that means that they are worthy of having it, like to become their summoner. And it is very hard to get the lions as your to work with you. As again, a lot of people are like the umbus and stuff that are there are just shot. Same with the other summonings. As like, you know, for the lion again, like the lion doesn't just pride himself on strength, but also on again the family code and everything like that, and keeping one and another safe. So yeah, it's not very surprising that you will see them two together. Um, what else was I gonna say? Oh yeah. So basically, you know, Nariko, she kind of just like, she would basically get the summons. It's like, this is when what's his name? And then I get it exactly. The shit tell me. March 24th. Calendar. Is the day before March 24th. So I actually get paid on the site. Or is it just. Hey, what was I saying? I was March 27th. Wait. Or do I get that before March? Do I? Oh, no, no, no. I did all that on March 24th. Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. Say that it is Friday. I get paid. Cool, cool, cool. I'm sorry, guys. I was talking to myself right there. It's a little embarrassing, but I had to. I was trying to find something else to make sure where I go anywhere out to eat tomorrow, since I have to pay for myself now. Um. So yeah. I'm gonna say that Naruto, she kind of. Uh. So yeah, Naruto, she would basically just like um she'll basically learn like she'll basically like again learn a lot of stuff from not only just like she'll learn strategy and stuff from like monkey and all that, like from the monkey clan and all that, and then she'll learn stuff from like the she'll learn stuff from like you know she like she'll basically just learn a whole bunch of stuff to like how to control the elements and shit like that. As I'm gonna say, Yuga have taught her a lot. As Yuga have taught her Kenjutsu, how to become more stealthy, how to sense chakra. Um, Narco has learned how to get in stage chakra for like each of her summonings. As as is when she's a phoenix or thunderbird, of course she's gonna have wings, but she's gonna either have fire or lightning always around her, sparkling. If she's in monkey, it basically helps with her wood style jutsu. That she has learned how to do that as well, how to use wood style. Um, if she's using her what's it called? Um, I forgot what is it called. Um, so yeah. Um, mm, so yeah. Um, so yeah. I'm gonna say like Horizon would have basically asked her to accompany Yuga and them on the mission, as it will be abandoned elimination. As this will have actually high A rank ninjas there, as as again she would be like an honorary Ambu. as to why she's an honorary Ambu, but it's actually fairly simple. She's very strong in her own right. Um, Hiruzen has even promoted her himself. So yeah. Um, so yeah. Naruto show basically just like um, but guys, I'm will end this off here. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you do enjoy this. I'm sorry if I take like a lot of breaks throughout this video. It's because I was trying to make sure I get my work and everything I need done before I go off to before like my school year ends. As again, I only have this month and then a little bit of the next before I'm fully done. But peace, guys.